Welcome to Amity's Library Information Center. What is a library? Let's see what you think. A library is principally A. a place where homeless people can warm up in the winter, B. a place that fascist groups like to burn to keep people ignorant, C. a place where women with kind voices tell stories and shush people up. Actually, while A, B, and C can sometimes be true, the right answer is D. A library, according to Merriam-Webster's online dictionary, is a place in which literary, musical, artistic, or reference materials are kept for use but not for sale, and it comes from the Latin word for book. But Amity's library is more than a place to keep things. It's an information center that connects physically and electronically with the school community to make all kinds of information available 24 hours a day. We have a collection of more than 20,000 books, magazines, sound and video recordings, as well as access to an enormous amount of information for research in specialized online databases, which are actually digital libraries themselves. We're also a place where you can read great books, do schoolwork, or look for information to satisfy your own curiosity, or to work on a class project. Test your knowledge about what the library has. Which of these things can you find in the library? A. A novel about cyborg space vehicle who sings. B. Today's crossword from the New York Times. C. The latest news about Kylie Jenner. D. Your grandmother's yearbook from Amity. E. Books that talk and read themselves. F. All of the above. The answer is all of the above. You can find all these things in our books, magazines, newspapers, audiobooks, and historical collections.
So what do you have to do to use the library? Let's talk about a few organizational issues, just so we all know how things work. Students at Amity can come to the library, A, anytime they like. Students at Amity are free to go anywhere at any time, as long as they have a cheery attitude and say, "My teacher knows I'm here." B, only during their study halls. C, only during their study halls, or when the teacher sends them from a class with a pass to work on schoolwork. D, never. High school is like a prison in which young minds and bodies are denied all opportunity for individual choice. The correct answer is C. Amity has a pass system in which students need to have permission to go from one place to another. So students in study hall can come to the library after they first go to study hall and get a pass, while students who are in a class and are sent by their teacher to do work need a pass from that teacher. We can't write excuses for students who choose to be late to class.
So it's not very complicated. Everyone who comes into the library after the bell rings for class has to have a pass. Since the school needs to know where everyone is in case of an emergency, everyone that comes into the library, even for a few minutes, should sign in. You should also sign in if you leave before the end of the period to go to the office, guidance, the nurse, the bathroom, or back to study hall. The administration has asked that students not leave the library to visit any teachers. Our regular schedule is from 7 in the morning until 3:30 in the afternoon. We may sometimes need to close early for faculty meetings or if one of the librarians is out.
So imagine that you have come to the library to find something. Where do you start? Let's see what you already know. Materials in the library are organized by A, alphabetic order, B, kind of material and topic, C, size, color, and texture, or D, date of acquisition. The answer is actually A and B. First, similar kinds of things are grouped together, like encyclopedias, DVDs, fiction, non-fiction, and graphic novels. And after that, they may be arranged by the topic, like non-fiction books about cooking or space travel, or alphabetically, like fiction, which is arranged by the author's last name.
The good news is that we always work hard to make all of our information really user-friendly to find and use. When you come into the library, you'll see lots of signs showing where things are, and we also have maps of our collection which give more detailed information. If you want physical stuff, like a book or encyclopedia, you should also play around with the online catalog. Start from our webpage and go to the catalog. There, you can search by the title, author, or keywords. Once you find something that seems interesting, look at the more detailed information and click on one of the subjects that are connected to it to follow up on that lead for similar materials. Finding digital stuff is also easy. From our webpage, you have a choice of going right to the name of the specific electronic collection if you know it, or you can look at our subject guides, which we keep updated for different subjects like social studies or world language. Get some practice looking for things on your own, but also make sure you ask the library staff to help you if you don't find what you want quickly.
When you come to the library, it's important to understand that you are entering a shared workspace, just like the open offices that many of you will be working in when you finish your studies. Let's see if we are on the same page here about what works in a shared workspace and what doesn't. To accommodate all the different reasons people need to use the library shared space, materials, and equipment, we have a system that prioritizes the following activities. A. Reading, studying, looking for information for personal or school use. B. Sleeping, smoking, and eating. C. Gaming and watching reruns of Games of Thrones. D. Having satisfying conversations among groups of friends. The answer is A. While we want students who need to use the library to feel comfortable, we really prioritize its use for using and finding information for any purpose because we have a limited number of tables, chairs, and computers. Anyway, at Amity, food is only really supposed to be eaten in the cafeteria, and chatting with friends tends to get loud and distracts other students, especially when you multiply it by several groups. And you can play video games and watch TV when you get home. By the way, just to avoid any confusion, smoking is really bad for you. It's not allowed in school, and it's illegal.
The computers in the library are upgraded on a rotating basis, and we make sure they're always in good order. Please remember that our computers are only for working with information for personal and school use, and are not available for entertainment media like watching movies and most gaming. We also want to encourage students to take books home to read. We're working really hard to build our collection of fiction and graphic novels, but we also have nonfiction that is as exciting to read as any novel. So how do you take a book home? If you want to borrow a book from the library, A. You need to pay by the day. B. You can check it out for free at the circulation desk. C. You can just take it with you. No one really cares about books anyway because they don't light up and you can't click on them. D. You'll have to return it after a few weeks and pay to replace it if it isn't returned. The answer is B and D. We really want students to borrow books to read them at home, so you can check out almost anything at the circulation desk, but you have to renew it. When a book is due, if other people haven't requested it, you can ask to renew it so you can keep it out for longer. We only charge fines after the third week to get you to bring things back, and the maximum late fine is $5. Of course, if something isn't returned when it's due and we need to buy a new one, you'll have to pay for the replacement, and this can be fairly expensive. In any case, we can be really flexible about a lot of this, because we love it when students are interested enough in reading to take things home. Talk to us.